Why 99% of people fail at habits? Uh, the myth of massive effort. You know how it's right. Well, let's set this huge ambitious goal. We are totally motivated for a week. Then it all just kind of fizzle out. Well, what if the secret of making massive changes in your life wasn't about the massive effort? Today we are diving deep into core principle and ideas of James Clear's incredible book Atomic Habits to see how the absolute smallest changes can lead to most remarkable life-changing results. But let's start with a little puzzle. Imagine a professional sport team. The British cycling turnaround, they have been total joke for almost 100 years. I mean, they were so bad at that top bike manufacturer actually refused to sell them equipment because they thought it would hurt their brand. So how does a team like that go to from being a complete laughingstock to dominant force on the planet? The answer is well, it's surprisingly simple. It's the key to everything we are about to talk about. So here is our roadmap. We are going to find that answer by digging into five key ideas. Roadmap to success. We will start with the 1% improvement strategy that started it all. Then we'll get into the huge mindset shift from the goals to system. After that, the four super practical laws for building any habit. Then we will talk about how to design your environment and automatic for success. Finally, the real secret how you actually stay motivated for long haul. In the first chapter, he talked about improvement strategy. Section one, the 1% improvement strategy is the like basic and the core idea you can implement in your life. It's really practical. It all kicks off with this one deceptively simple idea, the 1% improvement strategy. This is exact strategy that turned that failing cycling team into the world champion. And honestly, it's a principle you can apply to the pretty much any part of your life, starting right now. The aggregation of the marginal gains. Okay, so the team was the British cycling team, and just look at this timeline. It shows you how absolutely insane their turnaround was. For nearly 100 years, they won a single Olympic gold medal. One. Then in the 2007, this new coach, Dave Brailsford, shows up. Just 1 year later, they win 60% of the gold medalists at the Beijing Olympic. And over the next decade, they just completely dominate the sport. It's unreal. We gotta think how they done it. It's tiny changes, massive results. So what was Brailsford magic trick? Chapter 2, the mindset shift. Section 2, the mind shift. Making 1% improvement actually stick requires really fundamental change in how you think. It basically means you have to stop staring at finish line and start falling in love with the process of just showing up every day. Goals versus system. This chart lays in perfectly a goal that's the result you want. You know, I want to score 98% in the exam. A system, on the other hand, is the process that gets you there, like your daily reading and review schedule. Goals are great. They set the direction, but it's the system that actually make the progress happen. And here are the real kicker. Winner and loser, they often have the exact same goals. The only thing that separates them is their system. Identity-based habits. Now we can take this idea even deeper when we talk about the identity. See, most of us try to change our habit based on the outcome we want, but the most powerful way to change is to focus on the person you want to become. Chapter 3 framework. Alright, section 3, the framework. So we got the 1% principle and the system over goals mindset. Now let's get into the really practical step-by-step framework. James Clear breaks down any habit into 4 simple steps, then give us 4 laws to basically hack those steps to our advantages. Habit loop, the 4 laws of behavior change and hacking phone addiction. In the habit loop, this is pretty much runs our entire life. whether we realize or not. First, there is cue. That's a trigger. Your phone buzzes, then comes craving. You want to know what the notification is. The response is you're picking up the phone to check. And the reward is that little hit of satisfaction from finding out. This loop happens over and over again. If you take out any one of these four steps, a habit just won't form. Four laws of behavior change. So whole game is about how we manipulate the loop, and this table shows us exactly how to do it. It's so elegant. To build any good habit, you make the cue obvious. You're craving attractive, the response easy, and the reward is satisfying. And if you want to break bad habit, you just do the completely opposite. You invert every single one of these laws. Chapter 4, Accelerator, the environment. So that brings us to section 4, the accelerator. Once you get these four laws, you can add this powerful force multiplier into the mix. And that's the idea. Your environment is often way more powerful than your willpower. Your environment is like this invisible hand that's constantly guiding your behavior. It's the wild choice architecture. In one study, hospital cafeteria moved water bottles to eye level in all fridges, and the water sales shoot up without you were telling everyone to drink more water. Or at airport in Amsterdam, they put a sticker of fly inside the urinals, and spillage dropped dramatically because it gives guys something to aim at. So the big takeaway here is really profound. Truly disciplined people aren't the heroes with the superhuman willpower. They are just better at designing their environment so they don't have to use willpower in the first place. The power of immersive design. If you want to ultimate proof of this, look no further than Polar's final section, how to stay motivated like most of the time. So you start your new 1% habit, you design your environment for success, but how do you keep on going? When that initial rush of excitement wears off, how do you stay in the game for longer run? Paperclip strategy. Well, here is brilliant simple trick called paperclip strategy. It was used by a young stockbroker who wanted to get better at making sales call. Every morning, he would put the 120 paper clips in one jar and have another empty jar next to it. After every single call, he would move one paper clip from full jar to empty one. The other secret to staying motivated is to operate what James Clear calls the Goldilocks zone. Think about playing tennis. If you play against a little kid, you are gonna get bored. If you play against Serena Williams, you're gonna get totally frustrated. But if you play against someone who is just about at your skill level, where you might win, but only if you really try. That's the sweet spot. That's the Goldilocks. And that's where peak motivation lives in. You need tasks that are right on the edge of your abilities. Boredom was failure. This thing brings us the final, maybe the most important secret of all. The biggest thing is that will stop you from succeeding isn't failure, it's boredom. It's the ability to push through when the work isn't new and exciting anymore. Is the thing. Professional feels exact same lack of motivation that everyone else does. The only difference is that they have a system and make today that would be vote for the person you ultimately want to become. Thanks. Like, subscribe, and